If you qualify, American Tax Relief can settle your tax debts for less than you owe, remove penalties and interest, and stop wage garnishments and bank levies. As an honest, hard-working American, you do have rights. Don't let your tax problem get worse. Call American Tax Relief for a free consultation and see how much money they can save you. Call 1-888-212-5619. If you qualify, you can save up to 85% on the taxes you owe. Call right now. 1-888-212-5619. That's 1-888-212-5619.
Hey, this is Dutch. You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Show, so strip off those clothes, grab that bowl of Jell-O, and let's get busy.
The best age for your child to learn to read is during the first 5 years of life. Kathleen discovered this fact firsthand.
A friend of ours recommended the Your Baby Can Read series when we had our first child, Jacob. Never thought anything of it. We plopped him down and tried it.
Your Baby Can Read worked amazingly well.
When Jacob was 3 years old, he was reading at second grade level. He turned 5 in July, went to kindergarten, and in 3 weeks he was moved to first grade.
Kathleen knows it's no coincidence.
Because we have 3 children and all are reading on a high level, it was very easy. Grade A students, maybe 1 or 2 children, but all 3, probably a successful video. So bam, it worked.
Did Kathleen have to work at it?
No, I didn't have to do a thing. Your Baby Can Read definitely gives them a life skill that can never be taken away from them. It's been invaluable.
For a limited time, you can receive a completely risk-free trial of the Your Baby Can Read program. Call now and we'll also include 3 free learning gifts with your risk-free trial. Call 1-800-650-9530. 800-650-9530. 800-650-9530. I wonder how many radio commercials you've heard that tell you they can wipe out your IRS tax debt. Dozens, maybe hundreds. These companies claim they'll stop the tax notices, but they don't. The fact is, Titan Tax Relief does, and you'll negotiate with the IRS or your state government or both and get your taxes reduced by as much as 85%. So if you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, we can reduce your taxes by as much as $8,500. The more you owe, the more we can save you. Look, you can't just sit there and do nothing. The IRS can take your car, your home, garnish your wages, and your money because they think it's their money. If you owe $10,000 or more, pick up your phone and call Titan Tax Relief right now. Dial 1-800-287-0500. The more you owe, the more we can save you. Call 1-800-287-0500. That's 1-800-287-0500. If you're serious about reducing your taxes, we're serious about helping you. Call 1-800-287-0500.
Hey, this is Dutch. You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Show, the perfect place to be while you're looking for porn.
What does Christmas mean to you?
Toys and gifts, music and lights, decorations, parties, and families.
Yes, we should enjoy these things, but today's commercialism and social whirl often squeezes out the very focus of Christmas, and that's Jesus Christ. Because mankind was hopelessly mired in selfishness and sin, God took the initiative to reconcile mankind to himself. His only Son, Jesus Christ, who had enjoyed the glory of heaven from ages past, was clothed in human flesh in order to live and die a sacrificial death. Then, he was raised from the grave to demonstrate his power over death. The process began with what we call Christmas. But more is required. We must by faith accept these facts and receive the gift of reconciliation offered to us by Jesus. Then Christmas will assume its real meaning. Bright Sunlight, Katy, Texas 77492 for information or help.
Can't get to the beach? This summer, why not order your very own beach right in your own backyard? Call InstaBeach, and in just days, several illegal immigrants will bring shovels and sand to your doorstep and create a perfect replica of a beach. Dead kelp, stinky fish, cigarette butts, and even medical waste.
Mommy, look at all the high security I found.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it time you enjoyed a summer at the beach? InstaBeach puts it in reach. Call 1-800-SAND-IN-MY-TUBE today. Ocean not included.
Yo, what up, This is the former CMLL and AAA World Champion Conan, and you're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar on the network at JiggyJaguar.com. Órale, arriba la raza.
Oh, kids. It's a world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show doing the damn thing as always. 38 minutes past the top of the second hour of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. We're going to have some special guests joining us. I just communicated with one a second ago on the Facebook. We're going to be getting a special guest joining us here in just a few. Zombie is going to call us in the third hour of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. And, yes, indeed, the Jigomatic himself, the what is it that Thomas called me? The rat out from his Roach Motel. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. We got people driving down the street honking. We've got people in the hood. I will have to say that I live in one of the crummiest neighborhoods in the history of mankind. I'm right across the street from the Salina County Jail. How you get to my home is up Carnival Steps. Not Carnival Steps, Treehouse Steps. That's what we call it here. Treehouse Steps. And look at the CG. SalinaTV.info. Look at that right there. Bye, bye, bye. Alright, let's talk about Craig Coleman. Craig Coleman show in quotes. This guy, and I want to dig up some audio here because we've got a lot of new listeners who have not been with us from the very beginning of this broadcast, and they don't have a clue who Craig Coleman is. Craig Coleman is a guy. Let me see here. He had a show on Saturday evenings, and it was called Craig Coleman Show in Quotes. And Craig Coleman is still, and currently is, a realtor or something in Washington, in Maryland, I believe. Craig Coleman. Let's see if I can find some more Craig Coleman here. I've got a whole bunch of Craig Coleman calls, and we love Craig Coleman. He's a big star. He was a big star. Not real sure what happened to Craig Coleman. He got real tired of doing his show, and he ended up just going off into the sunset, apparently. I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not real sure. So, let me see here. Craig Coleman. Ampcast interviews. Is this? Oh, Coleman and Catolo. He was around during the Ampcast days. Here's a Craig Coleman talking to Frank Catolo.
Call the Craig Coleman.
This is Craig Coleman and Frank Catolo.
Okay, Craig Coleman, please. Craig Coleman. I'd like to speak to Craig Coleman, please.
The man talking is Frank Catolo.
I'd like to speak to Craig Coleman, please. Craig Coleman. I'd like to speak to Craig Coleman, please. Go ahead, then. Craig Coleman. Yeah. Are you there? Yeah, I'm right here. Are you on a speakerphone? No, I'm not. Why does it sound like it? Are there other people in that room listening with you? Are there other people in the room listening to what? To this conversation? No. Okay, because it sounds to me like you're on a speakerphone. Either that or something's wrong with my headphones. What do you think it is? I think somebody's trying to trick you. Yeah, I think it's you, Craig Coleman. No, I wouldn't do that kind of thing. No, you wouldn't. You know, we only talked briefly the other night, and then you did something that was terrible to me. I did? Yeah. I did. Yeah. You did. You did, yeah. And I appreciate the fact that you did that, except I think that what's really weaselly about it was that you were talking to some brick and mortar jerk, some guy from brick and mortar radio. You turned me off to talk to this guy. Who was that? Who was that guy you were talking to from 92.1 or 98.3 or 98.6? Who was that?
Beach can show us from 98 guys.
Oh yeah, 98 Raw. He's one of those commercial radio guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, you know that wasn't nice. You could have talked to him anytime.
No, actually, I had him scheduled.
Oh, you had him scheduled. Well, then why were you taking phone calls?
Because that's what I was doing.
You know, this is the Jiggy. Look, first of all, this is the Jiggy Jaguar Show. All right. First of all, let's get this straight. This is the Jiggy Jaguar Show. My name is Sergeant Talk.
I remember Sergeant Talk.
Jiggy Jaguar tonight.
Yeah, listen, when you want to talk about jerks,
Stop writing.
that guy, yeah, exactly. That guy, okay, told me that he couldn't get connected. So I wait and wait and wait. He doesn't get connected, and here I decided to come on the show here and test my new phone thing. You know who's on my show tomorrow night, Craig Coleman?
Yeah, I do.
Good. Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm moving.
Really? From where to where? I mean, you don't have to give us directions. Not that anyone's listening.
Well, I know how to do it. I want to move to my current house to do it.
As well. Got a phone call. And I don't know who it's from. It doesn't say. What's up?
Whoa. Is that JJ? 2222991. Craig Coleman Show and quotes. You're live on the air. Really? Yo. Really? I'm live.
I don't like calling into other people's radio shows because I always sound like an idiot. I don't need to sound like an idiot on their radio show.